So what is a good life? It sounds like a simple question, doesn't it? But, how we answer it really defines just about everything. Today we're going to unpack why that idea of a perfect life might just be a myth, and how the real thing, well, it's a lot closer than you might think. But hey, before we get into all that, just take a second. Seriously, what does a good life actually mean to you? Is it all about money and success, big adventures, or is it maybe something quieter, like contentment? Just hold that thought, because we're about to see how our own ideas can sometimes get in the way.
All right, to really get to the heart of this, we have to start with the words themselves. When we talk about the epitome of a good life, what are we even looking for?
Well, the word epitome just means a perfect example of something. So when we're chasing the epitome of a good life, we're really looking for a flawless model, right? A gold standard to measure ourselves against. But what if that search is the problem itself? I mean, our minds immediately jump to the huge, spectacular stuff, don't they? Winning the lottery, climbing a mountain, living a life of pure luxury. But here's the question. What if chasing that movie-style ideal is the very thing that's stopping us from actually living a good life? And that leads us right to the central issue here. The good life. It isn't some far-off destination. A lot of the time, it's actually hiding right in front of us. The tricky part is, we can usually only see it when we look back. Here's the trap we all fall into. Our days are just a whirlwind of work, family, money, and a phone that never stops buzzing. All this constant busyness and stress, it's like a thick fog, and it totally obscures the simple, genuinely good moments that are happening right under our noses. And the result of that fog is, well, it's powerful. It's only months, maybe even years later. You're looking at an old photo and you think, wow, that was it. That was the good life, and I didn't even realize it. So the key point is this: we're experiencing it, but we're not actually recognizing it in the moment. This quote really captures that feeling perfectly. You can feel that little sting of regret for the moments that just slip by. But, and this is the important part, it doesn't just leave you there. The real power is in that pivot at the end. We are still here now. The opportunity isn't lost in the past. It's right here. So if the problem is always looking back, then the solution can't be some super complex formula. It's actually a pretty simple, practical shift in where we put our focus. From looking back to looking around. And this is it. This is the fundamental shift. The good life isn't a destination you finally arrive at. It's a choice you make, over and over, to just be present. It's the decision to actively notice this moment, right here, instead of being completely lost in yesterday or worried about tomorrow. Now, being present doesn't mean you have to abandon modern life and go live in a cabin somewhere. Not at all. The epitome of a good life today might be watching a perfect, quiet sunset while also feeling the quiet satisfaction of having full Wi-Fi bars. The goal isn't to escape our lives, it's to integrate peace into them. And that's really the secret, isn't it? It's not about trying to create a life that looks spectacular at other people. It's about looking at the real options you have in any given moment. You know, what to eat, who to call, where to put your energy, and just choosing the best one you can. That simple choice, repeated over and over, that is the good life in action. So as we start to wrap this up, I want to leave you with this really powerful metaphor that just perfectly captures this whole idea of a quiet but meaningful existence. Just think about that for a second. A candle isn't asking for attention. It just is. It burns, and simply by being itself, it gives off warmth and light and changes the entire feeling of the room. Living a good, present life is exactly the same. It doesn't need a round of applause or any recognition. Its positive impact is just a natural side effect of it existing. And that brings us right back to the beginning. The epitome of a good life isn't something you find later on down the road. It's something you create right now in all the small choices you make. So the only question left is, in your own quiet way, how are you going to choose to light the room today?